Hello, everyone, and welcome to my stream of Invisible Ink. My name is Tony, and I hope that you can hear my voice right now. Please definitely say in the chat channel whether or not you can hear the words that I am saying to you. I'm about to open a cherry Coca-Cola. It is the official beverage of this stream. And I'm just going to take a sip. Delicious. Okay, so this is Invisible Ink. It is a game by a company called Klei. It came out in 2015, and it is the best game that came out in 2015, in my opinion. It's really great, and I'm going to show you why I think it's so great. And hopefully not die too quickly. So I recommend, by the way, that all of you should go out. If you haven't played this game, I really think everyone should play it. And hopefully at some point you'll be convinced of that over the course of this stream. And if not, that's okay too. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and start a new game. We're going to play the story because I've been around the block a few times with Invisible Ink. Not to brag, but it's a simple fact. Now here we are. All right. So when you start Invisible Ink, you get to this screen. Now, you'll notice this level up here is called Beginner. If you've never played Invisible Ink before, you need to be clicking on this button up here. I know you think you're a powerful, strong gamer, and you aren't any kind of beginner, but trust me, when it comes to Invisible Ink, you are. I definitely was. There's no shame in playing on Beginner. It is the level that you need to start on, because this game is tricky and weird and tough. But I've beaten the game on Beginner. Again, I might be bragging. I've beaten it on Experienced, and I've beaten it on Expert. And tonight we're going to do a run on Expert Plus. Now, I've tried Expert Plus a few previous times, and I have not yet gotten past the third mission. In fact, it's unusual for me to get past the second mission. So, hopefully, with the power instilled in me by knowing I have an audience, I'll get a little bit farther tonight. What are some of the differences between these levels? Well, Invisible Ink has a thing called rewinds, which means if you do something terrible and you want to rewind, you get to do that. That may be self-explanatory. I may have just mansplained the concept of rewinds to you guys. Sorry about that. There's some other stuff, too, that's different among the different levels, and we can get more into that later. So I'm going to go ahead and start an Expert Plus game. Oh, oops, I accidentally skipped that story. Okay, so Invisible Ink is sort of a cyberpunk espionage turn-based tactical stealth-ish game. And you start with two characters. You can choose any two characters. Now, when you first get the game, you're not going to have all these guys unlocked. You only get these guys if you're really good at Invisible Ink. I think you only start with these two. And that's okay because Internationale is really, really, really useful. Each of these characters obviously has strengths and weaknesses, and some of their strengths are very situational. Some of their strengths will only come into play in very specific circumstances. I just mansplained the word situational. Cherry Coke, delicious. Internationale, her ability is useful on every single level of Invisible Ink. At no point will you be sitting around with Internationale saying, gee, she is not helping me at all. I'm seeing somebody in the chat saying the sounds of the game might be too loud compared to my voice. Let me quickly fix that. I'm going to Alt-Tab out and decrease the desktop audio. I've already turned off the music. Okay, so hopefully the audio is a little quieter now. Anyway, Internationale is a really good character, and I'm actually going to keep her for this Expert Plus run, because she's super useful and super versatile. Now, as I said, all these other guys have different abilities. And in fact, some of them have two different versions, an on-file version and a so-called archive version. And they just have a little bit of different equipment or maybe some different attributes. Decker I'm not going to use. So here's the thing. I love Internationale. I also really like...
Shalem is good at covering his
We'll wait for her
tracks.
to stop
I don't
talking.
usually employ people I don't understand, but his skill set was too useful to pass up. He's obviously using us as a means to some personal end. We'll see who shows their hand first.
She is talkative. So here's the deal with Shalem, at least this particular version of Shalem. He has a gun with 3 bullets in it. And that might not sound like many bullets, but in Invisible Ink, that's a lot of bullets. And typically you don't want to blunder through levels killing a bunch of people. There's a few reasons for that. But especially on the lower levels, you don't want to kill a lot of people. On Expert Plus, however, when you merely stun people, it raises what is called the alarm level 1 notch. When you kill people, it raises the alarm level 2 notches. And stunning, as the name implies, is temporary, while killing is permanent. I just mansplained killing. So there's really, when you stun somebody, you might end up running into them again. You might have to stun them again. And if you stun the same guy twice, you've just raised the alarm level the same number of times that you would have raised it if you killed them once. And plus, you ran the risk of them catching you and doing something bad to you between the 2 times that you stunned them. So on Expert Plus level, I honestly think it might be wise to have a group that is based around killing your opponents rather than stunning them. Now, there is another penalty to killing, which is when you're done with a level, you have to pay what's called a cleanup fee. Doesn't seem very realistic to me, kind of breaks my immersion level, but once you go through a level, if you kill anybody, you then have to pay a cleanup fee to your, I presume, your enemies to dispose of the bodies. That's a way that they try to balance out the kind of the, I guess, kind of shortcut that they view killing to be. They balance it out with a little financial penalty. But honestly, the financial penalty is so low, and I haven't gotten far enough for it to make a huge difference for me on Expert Plus, that I'm going to take Shalem, who can kill people, an International who is always useful. Now, over here, you'll see 2 programs, and if you're familiar with RPGs that are set in Elflands, programs are kind of like your magic spells. I just mansplained programs. And at the beginning of the game, you get to choose 2 programs. When you first buy the game, you only have a couple of them unlocked. Not to brag, I have all of them unlocked. This top one is always going to be a way that you get power. Power is like mana. You use power to cast your spells, by which I mean use your programs, which are little things that help you out. And some of these are a little weird, and I haven't really played around with a lot of the weird ones. So I like Dynamo, which generates 2 power points per turn, but it's disabled until the alarm level is at 2. On Expert Plus, the alarm level gets to 2 pretty quickly for me, usually, so this isn't a bad thing to have. Down here are ways you can spend your power, and you will encounter in the game and find many different ways to spend many new programs that will let you spend your power in cool and interesting ways. But when you start off, the only kind of such program you can choose, the only category of thing to spend your power on is a thing that will break firewalls. Now, what is a firewall? A firewall is just a lock that stands between you and all the fun devices, safes, computers, robots, cameras that you'll encounter in the game. So all these things will let you bypass. Tom Chick wants me to mansplain what a firewall is. I think I've done that enough. All these things will help you bypass firewalls. So we have Dynamo, and I'm going with Lockpick, which honestly is what the game gives you when you first buy it off the proverbial shelf. You start with Lockpick. Why am I going with Lockpick? Well, here's a reason. There's a lot of games where when you play them, you unlock things in future playthroughs. Tom Chick thinks that makes a game a roguelike incorrectly. This game is no exception. You unlock these characters and you unlock new programs by completing various playthroughs. But unlike many games in which the unlockables are more powerful and make the game easier for you, a lot of these unlockables are actually weird, esoteric, and make the game a little bit harder. They're sort of like challenges or new toys that are interesting but maybe not as practical as what the game gave you from the get-go. And they're fun, but they don't necessarily make it easier. And I really love that philosophy of game design. To get better at the game, you actually have to get better at the game. You can't just play it a bunch of times and get the big gun. So I'm going to keep Lockpick 1.0, and I'm going to go with Dynamo, and we have Shalem and International. Now, for some reason, I like having International be in the left space. You can talk to my therapist about that, but I'm going to rearrange these so
Most
that we have
people-
International.
Tony-
Whoops. Nope. Nope.
Even with the
Nope.
brain.
Nope. Here we
As
go.
Derek was
International.
International. Shalem is good
Shalem.
at covering his tracks. I don't usually employ people I don't understand, but his skill set was
We're going to get started. This is some story. I'm sure you all enjoyed reading it. And
Operator, are you there?
well. Okay, so here we are. Now, this is the world. I just mansplained maps to you. This is where we're starting. Honestly, this whole screen might as well just be a textual menu with one item on it. Because right now there's only one thing we can do. And that is here. Left Empty says, it seems Tony thinks grinding is not positive. Not really sure what he means by that. I do subscribe to the Tom Chick theory that grinding is gameplay. Which means in a game that you like, grinding is a thing to be welcomed. Tom Chick says, you just cut off the female narrator while she was talking. Mansplaining and interrupting women. See what Trump has done. Well, I've been like this for years before Trump, so we can't blame him, sadly. I wish I could. So here we are. We're starting in Europe. It doesn't really matter where we're starting. The only place we can go is here. So let's go here.
Executives are notoriously slack when it
Okay.
comes to network security, and their terminals are full of interesting information. We found a lightly guarded executive complex here. Get in, find the computer, and steal their contact list. Then we'll have our pick of future targets.
Okay. So there's various categories of mission in this game. Right now, we didn't have a choice. We have to do this Executive Terminals mission. Executive Terminals missions unlock a bunch of other missions on the map for you to choose from. They basically add to your menu of missions. The whole point of this game is to do all these missions. Through the missions, power up our team, get more squad members, and basically get really big and tough and finally take on the final mission. That's really ultimately what we're doing. None of the missions that we encounter between now and the end are mandatory, although I think the DLC may have changed that. The missions essentially are just ways for us to power up. So let's go ahead and get in here so we can add to our menu of future missions.
Destination lock acquired.
Okay.
Coordinate threshold 99.9%.
All right, here we are.
Bad news,
Oh, that was interesting. Okay, so our goal is to locate the executive terminals and get out alive. Now, we're going to do something that I always do and that I always recommend doing on Invisible Ink, which is this. Look at that. I just made the walls go away. They're still there. They're just now at about knee level, or rather, they're only visible at knee level. The map can get a little cluttered, and it makes it a little easier to make things out. You know there's a wall there. You don't need to see the entire length of the wall. Now, sometimes doors are a little hard to pick out. Fortunately, the game has given us what's called a tactical view, which is that doors are just show up bright yellow on this. And it's good to occasionally check the tactical view just to make sure you're not missing any doors. Okay, so here we are. There's two things we need to find. Well, there's really only one thing we need to find to get out of this level, and that's the exit. But what we really want to do is find the executive terminal, hack it, take the list of other missions we can do, and then go to the exit. Also, there's going to be a whole bunch of safes scattered around this level which contain dollar bills, y'all. And we want those dollar bills to purchase additional goodies, because if we don't get those, we will never be strong enough to complete this game. Now, look at this. What is this little thing? This is a console. Consoles give you power. The total amount of power I have is up here. This is how many dollars I have. And what does Access Incognita do? Oh, look at this! These are the two spells that I chose earlier. They're programs. I can call them programs. I'll show you about those later. Okay, so International is selected. And what is her cool special ability that I said is always useful? Well, ordinarily, to avail myself of the power in this console, I'd have to walk my guy all the way up next to it, and then activate it. That sounds annoying, right? Well, guess what? Thanks to Internationale, I don't have to do that. She can do it remotely from over where she's standing right now. And plus, do you see where it says hijack 1 power plus 1 bonus? She gets a bonus. So we're going to do that. We always want Internationale to get all the power from those consoles, or whatever they're called. Yes, it's a console. At this stage in the game. There might be something that changes that later, but probably not. Okay. Another thing about Invisible Ink is before you open a door, you always want to know what's going on behind that door. So I'm going to walk somebody over to the door. Oh, look at this. Here's another thing about Internationale. Not only can she avail herself of power remotely, she can sense the presence of objects that are behind walls and doors that she can't see through. Ah, Cherry Coke is refreshing. So she can sense that there's a thing here. And she can even plunder it. Look at that. Alright. When you walk up to a door, you have two things that you can do. You can peek, and you can open it. Peeking reduces takes one of your action points. It, for some reason, a gameplay reason, takes more action points to peek than to open the door. Opening doors and closing them is completely free. It does not cost any action points. You'll notice how many action points she has over here. She has 6, because I used 2 of them walking toward the door. In general, you always want to peek through a door, especially on Expert Plus. Look at that. Looks like there's nothing there. Well, now she's going to open the door. Oh, still nothing. Okay, I had her walk out 1 space. This is a locked door. We may get a key card for that later. I'm going to have her walk over here. And she has 1 action point left. And with that, I will have her peek once again through the door. And we see a room. Generally, you want your people to end their turns by ambushing. It's not really ambushing, it's just preparing for an ambush, which is this. She's carrying, you'll notice in her inventory she has this little thing. This is a neural disruptor. It's just a taser, essentially. And it will stun a guard for 2 turns, raising the security level by 1 notch. And if a guard happens to come through this door while she's readying her ambush, she will automatically stun him, which is exactly what we want. Now, I made a mistake when I walked her through this door. I didn't close the door behind her. You always want to close doors behind you. In fact, it's so nearly mandatory that you should always close doors behind you that I wish this game, this is one of my few nitpicks, I wish this game had a setting where you could just say, you know what, every time I walk somebody through a door, have them close the door. Because I end up manually doing it or forgetting it. And I don't like either of those options. Okay, based on what I know about the level structure of Invisible Ink, I don't think there is a door down here or down here, even though we can't see behind these columns. But I really don't like not knowing for sure. So I'm going to walk him over here. Oh, okay, we can see there's nothing there. And nothing there either. Great. I wasted all his move points. This is probably, if people who are really, really good at this game probably automatically know there's not going to be anything there based on how the levels are designed. Okay, we've used all their action points. Now we say end turn. Alright, nothing that we know of has happened. It tells you about the security level. We'll worry about the security level later. Right now, nothing's happening. Okay, we already looked through here. We didn't hear anything between turns, so we're going to go ahead and open that door. Actually, well, there better be... Wait a minute. Okay. Ah, tactical view. There's a door right there. Of course, I didn't see it here because it's being blocked, but you can rotate and see it right there. Okay. So, yeah, there's really nothing to do. All right, look at all the stuff she sensed. There's a safe here. We'd love to get to that and get some money. There's these 2 consoles for power, which she can plunder. I keep calling it plundering because I like that. They call it hijacking. Now I'm going to get him out of here. And once again, you see what you guys are making me forget? I keep forgetting to close the doors. Ugh. It's your fault I'm never going to win this game on Expert Plus. Alright. He'll ambush just because it's a good idea, even though nothing's going to happen to him right now. She will also be prepared to ambush. And go on to the next turn. Okay. Let's proceed. Let's just look around. Wow. Okay, bring him up here. We will close this door. We'll follow along. She will also close the door there, just because there's no reason to have it open. So this is a nano fabricator. That's a vending machine. It sells cool stuff. We don't have much money right now, but you never know. Maybe we can afford something. Huh. Oh, I see. Okay. Wow. Really nothing is happening on this level yet. Okay, she's gonna ambush. He's gonna ambush, even though there's no reason for him to at this time. Okay. So, check this out. Internationale is now in a room with a safe. The way you get things out of safes, because safes are locked, that is often an attribute of safes, is you hack it. When you go into this Incognita view, Incognita is the name of my computer robot, my quantum AI construct, that's the official term. When you go into this view, you see all the firewalls that are currently in play. This has one firewall on this safe. I have this program which breaks one firewall for 2 power. I have 16 power. So, I will click this thing to hack it, to destroy its firewall. Boom! Look at that! There's nothing better than an unlocked safe if you're trying to get what's in the safe. So Incognita is here with the safe, and she just got 400 credits. That's wonderful. Now back to Shalem. He's going to go this way. He'll close the door behind him because now I'm I don't know. Now I'm thinking. Okay, he's peeking in there. Okay, so why am I not just running him in here? Because he does have a couple move points left, action points. I'm going to try to get all the lingo right. The reason is, anybody could just come on down in here and shoot me. I know you guys don't know that people have guns other than me yet, but they do. So he's going to go ahead and prepare an ambush. There's no chance anybody's... I mean, I guess there could be a chance, so she'll do it too. And we'll end another turn. Ah, footsteps! You heard those footsteps. Somebody's around here. Look at that. This, okay, just shows you where all the cameras are. We haven't even seen a camera. On future levels, cameras get way more prevalent. What is this useful for? Well, it gives you an idea of the layout of the level if you reveal all the cameras. If I hacked this, you'd see little cameras appear all over the place, and we'd know, oh, there's a room over here because there's a camera there. Then once the camera pops up, you can hack it, and then the camera becomes your eyes, and you can see whatever is in that room. But I kind of want to go to every room anyway, because I want to get to every single safe. So I don't think it's worth wasting the power on that thing. Maybe that's a mistake. We'll find out. Okay, does he want to go here or over here? I think Internationale is going to take this portion of the room, portion of the level, and he's going to go to the right here. You might say, why are you splitting up, Tony? If this were a horror movie, you would be yelling at the screen, don't split up, you ding-dong. Well, I'm splitting up because with every turn I take, Sting and the band The Police Are Watching Me. No, that was the worst joke ever. With every turn I take, the security level is moving up 1. And as the security level, it's moving up 1 increment on this clock. Once this thing turns bright yellow, which it's about to do at the end of my turn, we will be at security level 1. And a bad thing will happen. I happen to know what that bad thing is. It's not that bad. But as these continue to go up and up and up, really bad things happen. So you kind of want to get through each level as quickly as possible before super bad things start happening. So that's why I'm splitting them up, because if I keep them together, I will cover half the distance that I would cover by splitting them up. Please bear in mind I haven't gotten past the 3rd stage on this difficulty level, so that may be stupid. If this were a horror movie, I might say something like, it's quiet in here, too quiet. Because I'm really amazed at how little has been happening. Okay, close the door. Go up here. Ah, look at this. She's sensing all this stuff. This is great. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll look through the door. I'm gonna open the door. It's generally, you can just walk through the door without opening it first. But since opening a door is free, sometimes you can see more stuff that's in the room after you open it. And it's worth opening it before you blunder on in. Okay, she's going up. Okay, warning. That just means she's out of action points. Look, cameras! Oh, I can't hack those yet. That's weird. I guess they're not even powered on yet. Tom Chick says, so far this doesn't feel very Expert Plus. Does Expert Plus mean no guards? Tom Chick is trolling me. Tom, this is just the first stage, although I do have to admit, and we're only on security level 0. Things are going to start happening soon, I promise. Okay. Yeah, he's going to stay there. She's going to stay there, and I'm going to get her ready to ambush. How do you know if your guys are set to ambush? If they're leaning forward and bouncing around, they're ready to ambush. That's how you know. Look at that. They're both leaning forward and bouncing around. Also, this is illuminated when you have the character selected. That's how you know if you've set them on ambush or not. All right, we're going to in-turn. Footsteps, and look at this. Okay. Oh, here's a guy. Oh, God.
Alarm
Okay.
level 1. Additional cameras
At alarm level
activated.
1.
Surveillance level increased.
All right, thank you. You heard what she said. I don't need to tell you what that is. Additional cameras activated. Well, we haven't even seen a camera except for these, which have not yet been activated. Okay. Now, here's one of my other sparse nitpicks of Invisible Ink. We heard some footsteps over here. And in fact, if you were looking closely enough, you might have seen some little wavy graphical effects that visually indicated the sound of footsteps in a cartoonish fashion. I would love for that information to still be on the screen. Why do I have to remember that I heard footsteps over here? There's going to be a lot going on. There's not a lot going on now, and it's easy for me to remember that I heard footsteps here. But yeah, Tom says that's a solid nitpick. -1 star. Okay, so here's something that you need to know about Invisible Ink. When you have one of your characters selected, I currently have Shalem selected, you can look at, observe, once again I'm going to try to use the proper lingo, you may observe guards. What does observing do? It tells you what they're going to do on the next turn. That is crucial. Especially on Expert Plus, you need to be doing this all the time. Okay, you'd be able to see this if it wasn't blocked by that little reticle. He is patrolling. And look at that! Look where he's about to be patrolling. It tells me everything. Isn't that wonderful? We'll think about that. We'll come back to him and figure out what we're doing there. Now, I heard footsteps over here, which means somebody could be in here now. So she's going to look. She doesn't see anybody. She's going to open the door. She's going to walk in. Okay, see this? That camera's about to come on, and when a camera sees you, this goes up, and I think sometimes guards close in on your position. Maybe not on this early stage, but I think that happens. So she's going to close this door. I'm going to hack the camera. Boom! Now that camera's mine. And guess what? Boom! I got that one too. No camera is safe. Now they're rebooting, so they don't yet show me stuff. But on the next turn, I'm going to see everything both of these cameras see. That may not seem like a big deal for this camera, because that camera is in a room where I have a dudette. But it's going to be a huge deal for this camera, because I don't have anybody there. Okay, now we have a vending machine here and a safe here. Ideally, we would hack the safe first, get the money, and then spend that money on stuff from the safe. But We want to be moving around pretty quickly. I really don't like this. Okay, I don't like what's happening here. Okay. This is a door that leads to an elevator shaft that I cannot use. These things, these little elevators, which are implied by this double elevator door. Here, I'll raise that. See that? Now you can see it's a double elevator door. This is, for all intents and purposes, might as well be void to me, but for the guards, it's an elevator. That brings in more bad guys if the security level gets too high. But it's not going to bring any more bad guys in anytime soon, and bad guys who are already on this level don't go in or out of there. So nobody's going to go in or out of there. Somebody might come in or out of here, although I think it's possible that locked doors only are used by guards on higher security levels. I'm not 100% sure about that. Bottom line, I want to get in and out of this place pretty quickly. And if I spend a lot of time running over here... Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to do that. I just talked myself out of what I thought I was going to do. I'm going to hack the safe. I'm going to run over to the safe. She can only use her remote grabby power on power. That sounded weird, but it made sense to me. 120 credits, not that much. I'm a little worried about what's going to come out of here. She's going to go up here. Now, it takes a little getting used to of what people can and can't see, what other guys can and can't see. Like, it was obvious to me that if she runs up here, anybody coming in here will not see her. But I can understand how that might not be immediately obvious to the neophyte. She's going to prepare an ambush. Okay, now over here, there's a dude here. There's a few ways I could deal with this dude. I could... Well, if I go in here right now, look at this. Oh, this location is only noticed by this enemy. So there's a whole lot of things I want to show you about this. All right, so. Ow, that's interesting. If I go down here. Huh. Well. What am I going to do? I'm going to wait until that guy goes back through there. That's what I'm going to do. I sort of wasted a little bit of movement there, but I think we'll survive. Oh, look at this. Okay. Now you might be saying, Tony, how on earth can you see what's happening in this room? Well, I would reply, remember when we hacked this camera that's in that room? That's how we can see it. I can't go in there because I don't have a key to get past this door. There is a non-key... So you never need keys to get from one room to another. I just lied to you. That's not true. There are special doors where you do need special keys. But for these are generic locked doors. I just raised it so you can see the full effect of a generic locked door. Any door that looks like this is a generic locked door, and it never will prevent you from going somewhere. It will only make it a little more annoying. So there's another way to get into this room. I have a feeling it's through this door. But if I had a key, I could just go straight through that door. How do you get a key? You get it from a guard. You have to either knock them out, kill them, or steal it from them. And don't know where that guy's going to go, but I don't think he's going to come down here. Okay, so she's going to go over to this vending machine. First I have to hack it. Now I can get in there. Let's look at what they got. Look at all these toys. This is one of the best parts of this game. The toys. There's so many toys. So many toys. So, augments. These are permanent upgrades. And if I bought this, I would have two choices. I could plug it into her face, and she would immediately, permanently get the benefits. She would never be able to remove this augment. It would be permanent. And you'll notice she only has 2 spaces for augments. You can add additional ones later using special tools that you may find, but it's a bit of a nuisance. So what does this do? Ignore the blue text. Look at the white text. +2 AP when guards wake up. AP are action points. When guards wake up is self-explanatory. First they would have to be knocked out by me. Can't install multiples of this augment. I think this is a terrible augment. because it requires that guards wake up. You don't want guards waking up. Over here is a thermal disruptor, which is similar to the neural disruptor that she currently carries, but it pierces armor. Armor is a whole thing. We probably won't live long enough to see it, but I'll get into it if I have to later. Charge packs. Charge packs are ammo packs that reload your guns. Why are they called charge packs? I guess the guns are electronic or something, and they need charge packs. I don't know. I think that's their way of making a universal form of ammo without wargame diehards coming in and saying, you can't put a 5.56 bullet in a Ruger. I don't know what guns are. How much charge do charge packs have? Enough to fill your weapon once. Remember that Shalem has a gun with 3 bullets? If he shot those 3 bullets, and we used this charge pack on his gun, it would once again have 3 bullets. If Shalem had a gun that only had 1 bullet, and he shot that bullet, and there are many weapons with only 1 bullet, which is a complaint that many gamers that don't fully grasp the philosophy of this game complain about. Anyway, if you shot the 1 bullet in one of those guns, this charge pack would replenish its 1 bullet. Its 1 charge, whatever. Oh, apparently it can also reduce an item's cooldown. I don't think I've ever used a charge pack to reduce an item's cooldown, but that's good to know. Med gel will, if your guy gets shot and is lying on the ground insensate, you can use a med gel on them and they'll be resurrected. And they're useful, but they take up an inventory space. She has 3 inventory spaces that she can fill without running into encumbrance penalties, which reduce your action points. She could fill all these guys up too with stuff, but look at that. Using this slot will slow the agent by 1 AP, and that's bad. That is bad. Gamers that don't fully grasp the philosophy of this game sounds like a euphemism, says Tom Chick. Maybe it is. This is a shock trap. It requires an anarchy skill level of 2, which she ain't got, hence the orange color of the shock trap. This is an accelerator chip. It also requires an anarchy skill level of 2, which she ain't got, hence the orange color of the accelerator chip. I don't know if these are... We're not buying those. They're not. They may not. We may not live long enough to increase our skills enough for those to be useful. Charge packs are always useful, especially with my kill everything philosophy that I'm trying to live by in this run through. Cherry Coke. Thermal disruptor. I don't want that. I think that's all she's going to buy right now. Okay. So, there's no way she can get into that room from this room. She can go through there. She's going to close that door, and she's going to go down here. She's going to go scoot around here, which I think will take us over here. Back to Shalem. Now, there's a dude over here, and I'm going to let him just patrol, because as soon as I do anything to this dude, that's going to raise the security level and cause potential future problems. This isn't like XCOM, where you can just kill an alien and everything's hunky-dory. You want to choose when you... now because I know a lot about games, you guys, especially this one, I know that this is... Ooh, I'm wearing headphones and I can hear this koi pond. That's really neat. I've never played this game with headphones before. I happen to know that this is where the executive terminals are located. I can tell from the design.
That's an executive
Boom.
terminal. It still has a solitaire game up on the screen.
Fun little joke. So he's gonna run in there, close the door. Okay, so he's gonna get over there and get our list of stuff, our list of sites for future missions. Everybody has used all their action points. I can tell that by looking over here. And I'm gonna say end turn. If I was being really scrupulous, I would set them both to ambush. But I like to live dangerously. Okay. Okay. So, he's gonna get this. He's gonna do it. You'll notice I have to hack it. The game has a nice little shorthand. Everything that's glowing red like this is something you can hack. Except for these doors. So, Maybe that shorthand is not 100% perfect. Okay, so he's there. This is our goal. Now I'm going to click this, which lets him steal the site list. This is what we came here to get. Left empty says, do you want to find the exit before grabbing it? Well, too late now, but, no. I mean, ideally, yes. Ideally, we would have encountered the exit already, and sometimes you will. But I want to, it would be, at this point, since I haven't seen the exit, and I have seen this, my theory is, why not get this now? I have to get to the exit anyway. Why waste time looking for it and then backtracking? That's my theory.
You've got it. Great. When you activated that terminal, it sent out an automated message to change up the guard duty. Be prepared for new patrol
Now, it's
patterns.
possible that Left Empty asked that question because he knew that that was going to happen. That happens generally whenever you accomplish your goal. Stuff changes a little bit or gets more difficult. But all that means in this case is they're going to walk in different paths, and there aren't even that many guards. This pride goeth before a fall. But I don't think them changing their patterns is going to be an issue. We'll see about that, I guess. Okay, so as previously specified, I'm sending her around this way. She senses a camera. All this sensing that's happening is just because of her ability. This wouldn't be happening if I hadn't brought her. And every single level, like I keep saying, has stuff that she'll be sensing. So her ability is so useful and great. It's almost disappointing that they give her to you right off the bat, because everybody else is like a letdown. It's like dating the perfect person. Uh-oh, what's happening? Oh god.
What the?
Alright, here we go. Here's some action. Okay, alright, okay. Left Empty may have had a point. A lot of things happened just now.
Firewalls increased. Data security
Okay.
enhanced.
So every firewall is being increased in strength by 1. Oh god. Okay, we may be rewinding. We may be using our 1 rewind. Yeah, this is an issue. This is a bit of an issue. Tom Chick says Expert Plus, he's trolling me. Okay, this is not a problem. This, what's going on in this room is not a problem. What's going on down here is a huge problem. But let me first tell you why this is not a problem. He's got a gun. He can just shoot this guy dead. But this is a gigantic problem. Because there's a guy over here, and there's a guy over here. Now, she can go here. And look at what, this is crucial. You need to be doing this a lot when you play this game. Mousing over squares. Oh, okay, here's another thing about Expert Plus. Look at all this weird zigzag shit. What is this? What is this? This is this guard's visual field. And it's color-coded to let you know the difference between different spots, difference in how well he can see different things. On all the levels before Expert Plus, you can see a visual field without seeing the person it's attached to. It's a little confusing to say it that way, but let's pretend that this guy was here and I wasn't over here. Let's pretend that I was up here and that I was peeking in through this door. If I was on a lower difficulty level, I wouldn't be able to see this guy, but I would see this zigzag field of view and I would know there was a guy. And that's really nice to have. On Expert Plus, you can only see this zigzaggy view if you see the dude who is producing that zigzaggy view. Which is a major, major difficulty increase. It's huge. It has nothing to do with why I'm in this fix, but it has everything to do with why I've been in many previous fixes. So here's my option with Internationale. She could go up here, and when I mouse over this space, it tells me exactly what's going to happen, sort of. The enemy will turn as I'm... Actually, this actually is weird. The enemy will turn as you move. Now, maybe I have the wrong guy selected. I have Shalem selected, of course. He can't run down there. Of course, it's talking about this enemy. If I have Shalem selected, I'm trying to move him all the way down here. Yeah, no kidding. This enemy will turn as he moves. Adoy. That was briefly confusing. But if I have Internationale selected, and she goes... Oh, what? This is weird that I'm only seeing this as an issue now. Usually the enemy... I guess, okay, I don't think it matters that it says the enemy will turn as you move. It's weird that I haven't really thought through this. Like, when I'm playing the game and not talking about it, I've never noticed that it says that if the location is hidden from the enemy at the same time. Anyway, bottom line, when it says this location is hidden from enemy, that is invariably a safe place to go to. If I walked there, I would go there. The guard would say, huh? They actually have a sound effect where he goes, huh? Or, where did she go? And he wouldn't be able to shoot her this turn. But he would remember that she was there, because that's what that exclamation point means. And he would come down here and look around, and he'd find her, and then he would shoot her. And even if she was able to stun him, there's this asshole. So I think I may rewind. What rewinding does is it takes you back to the beginning of the previous turn. I only have one, and if I screw this up now, this will be embarrassing as heck. Alright, so now I have the option of doing what I did or doing what Left Empty suggested, which is looking for the exit. And I think I might look for the exit this time. That was a smart suggestion, Left Empty. Shows you what I know. Alright. This guy, where's he going? He's going that way. Okay, alright, then if I know he's going that way, I can go there and not worry about ambushing. Alright, she's gonna go... Oh, I didn't even look at that space. Well, whatever. She's gonna go... here. And she'll go there. Okay, and she will look. Look at that, there's a guy. Right, yep. And generally, guys who don't know about you and who you haven't triggered to run around by plundering their prized possessions, generally, if they're walking back and forth. And on one turn, they'll walk one way, and on another turn, they'll walk the next way, and they will just go endlessly back and forth, at least on these beginning levels. So he's probably going to go back that way. You'll notice I can't observe him because she's out of action points. But she will prepare an ambush in case he is to come through this door, which I don't think he will do. And we will end turn. Okay. So many footsteps. Yes, Left Empty notices the cameras don't display their red zigzags in Expert Plus. That's right. You need to actually... Well, no, the cameras display... If the camera sees the guy, it shows the zigzags. You'll notice this camera sees this guy, and then at his feet you'll see a little hint of a zigzag. But if the camera doesn't see the guy, it won't show you the zigzags. And you are right that that's a huge deal. Oh, I should hack this camera. Delete. Okay. Okay, I get it. She's gonna go there. She's gonna hijack that camera. Now this guy is gonna come in here next turn, and if I could nuzzle her up next to this door and put her in ambush mode, I would do so. But I can't. So I'm not going to even move her that way. She will... I would love to tuck her in somewhere here where he won't see her when he comes in this room. But... Brian Haskell says, I think if you could actually see the camera, it would show you its visual zone. It's just showing up because of International. What camera? Well, right now, the only cameras that are showing up because I've hacked them. These cameras would be showing up regardless. It was showing up before I hacked it because I had International, which is true. But now they're all showing up because I've hacked them, and they have full eyeballness. That's a word. Oh God, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to open the door. Okay, here we go. This is not bad. There's a safe. That's nice. How many action points does he have? Another nice thing about this game, look at this. When I wiggle this mouse around here, you'll notice that on the left-hand side of the screen, it shows me how many action points he'll have remaining if I do the move that I am currently indicating I'm going to do. So I'm going to put him here for now, because somebody's going to come through that door. I'm going to put him in ambush mode. Yeah, and she's going to hang out there, unfortunately, because I don't really want to put her in this room. If she had a gun, I might do it, but I don't want to risk it. There we go. Alright, that's an ambush. You'll notice the alarm goes up 1, which doesn't happen on lower difficulties.
Alarm
Okay.
level 2. Firewalls increased.
Oh yeah, another tactical mistake there. I should have hacked everything I could hack, because now every firewall is up by 1, and that's entirely predictable. That's not a randomized event. That happens every time that gets to level 2. So I should have hacked everything, but I didn't. Okay, this guy is knocked out. He's knocked out for 2 turns. Look at that 2. He's also currently pinned because I have a guy on top of him. If I never move Shalem, he will never wake up. That's what pinned means. It prevents this number from going down. If I move Shalem off him, and I end my turn, this will go down to 1. I'm going to move Shalem off him so I can look in this room. Oh, cool. There's nothing in this room that I want. Is there anything in there? Oh, just a safe. And there's a safe there. Alright, I'm going to do something that I haven't done on previous runs on Expert Plus, and I'm going to avoid this safe because there are no doors in this room. I think that typically I've been going for too many safes on Expert Plus. On lower levels, you should go for every single safe. On higher levels, I think you have to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Fold them meaning not open a safe, not go for a safe, if it means that you might survive. If this only has like 120 credits, it would be so stupid for me to send her in there. But I do want this safe. Okay, so Shalem looked in there. There's nothing in this room. He's going to close the door. He's going to get at the goodies in this safe. And now the question is, do I teabag this guard and prevent his knockout number from decreasing? Or do I go out here and use these movement points and not start next turn on this guard? I think I'm going to teabag the guard. I just started calling this teabagging them right now. That's not a thing I usually do. I'm doing it for you guys. You made me this way. Brian Haskell asks, the ambush guard had a heart monitor. Wouldn't that have sent the alarm level up regardless of difficulty level? Yes, that is correct. I think if I had spoken more precisely, I think what I should have said was every guard has at least a heart monitor on Expert Plus. You never encounter a guard who does not have a heart monitor. Alright. So, she's going to hang out here. Oh, wait a minute. No. Oh, this is nice. So, look at this. There's a guard here. This has a zigzaggy thingy. You might think it's a dangerous square, but look what the thing says. Look what the pop-up says. The tool tip, that's the word. This location is hidden from enemy. So I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Did you see that?
Except for that. Wait, why was that? I honestly don't know. That actually doesn't make sense to me. If the location is hidden from the enemy, why would he react to it? Both squares on either side of that door are hidden from the enemy. That actually is a surprise to me. But since I've already done that, now so what that did now, he's going to come over and explore this area. And you can see that because there's a question mark there. So, now I've Now I've sort of... Now I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is fine, actually. All these squares are safe. He will not turn and see her. She's just going to walk up to him and knock him out. And then maybe I will go for that additional safe. Here we go. I'm going to knock him out. This is another way to knock somebody out. One is to ambush them. The other is to do the knockout action. You'll see that tooltip says 2 KO. That means he'll be knocked out for 2 turns. Boom. Alright, should steal his stuff. And there we go. Both my characters are teabagging guards. Next turn. Alright. How am I doing on power? Ugh. It's really unfortunately low. Do I want to spend 6 power, because it costs me 2? Oof. I don't think there's much else. The exit has to... The exit literally does have to be around here, or at least through that door. Unless there's a door there, but they would both lead to a similar place. Jason McMaster says, okay, you have a key, question mark. I don't need a key right now. Oh, he's asking, I think he's actually kidding around. That may be what he's doing. Okay. Do I want to spend the power on this? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna say no. I think it's better to live, because I'm streaming this. And it would be such a blow to my dignity if I couldn't get through the first level. Surplus. Alright. It was so hard for me, guys. It was so hard to pass up that safe. But I did it. Now, do I... Yes, I think I do want to go in here. Hack. I hope I stole his shit. I think I did. So I got that key. I'm going to hack this. And I'm going to get the thing. And it will slow me down. And I think I will drop this key, because I won't need it. This is the key card that opens those generic red doors. But guess what? Look at this cockiness. Screw that! Don't need it. I hacked that earlier. And steal a thing.
Good job. You've got the site list. They noticed you poking about and have changed up their patrols. Be careful on your way out.
Now, I would love to put her in ambush mode, but I can't, because her thing has a 2-turn cooldown. See that? 2. That's a 2-turn cooldown, coachies. So we're gonna go to the next turn. Great. Not much is happening. All right. I could have done something even better there, but I didn't. Okay. She will look through the door. She will go through the door. She will close the door. I have a feeling the guard over here is going to come through this door. Because previously, before I used my rewind, and I made them change up their patrols, I think he came through that door. And ordinarily, I would station her next to the door and put her on ambush. Excuse me, I just belched before my adoring fans. Ordinarily, I would put her on ambush, but she still has 1 turn of cooldown left. So I can't do that. So I'll put her in here. Close that. Go there. And next turn. Oh! Look at that! What a tense moment.
Oh, what happened?
Those are the sounds of waking up guards. Alright, this guy's walking around exploring. He totally didn't see her. So I put her in a good place. Because I'm really good at this game, guys. Okay, now. This is my nitpick. I heard a guy around here. Why do I have to remember that there was a guy around here? Why do I have to remember that, Clay? Ah, there's the guy. There he is. I'll observe. Oh, he's going to come in through this door. Well, guess what I'm going to do? Blazow! Ambush ready. And what's this guy about to do? Oh, he's going to go over that way. I don't give a crap about that way. That's an old area. I've already been down that way. So, I'm going to arrogantly put her through this door. Good, nobody could hear that. And I'm going to put her... Oh, I bet I could have stolen stuff off that guy. But, whatever. Actually, I think I need a higher anarchy skill level to do that. Alrighty. End the turn. Alright, alarm level 3.
Additional guard patrols. Evasion recommended.
Alarm level 3 is where things start getting dangerous. New guard. And he's exactly where I would rather he not be. Funny that. I don't want that generic key because it will just encumber me. I worked on that little work of verse for several months. Okay, now, here are my options. I could put Shalem here. Actually, that would make no sense because he can't ambush because his cooldown is still happening. But if his cooldown wasn't happening, I could put him here and put him on ambush. The reason I wouldn't want to do that is because once guards start getting riled up enough, they start kicking down doors. And if you're standing in front of a door when they kick it down, you die. Are the guards riled up enough to kick down doors right now? I don't think so. And if I were good enough at this game, I would probably know one way or another. But I'm not willing to take the risk. Now, I could have her sprint. Sprinting gives you 3 additional action points for this turn. You have to toggle it on at the beginning of your turn before you spend any action points, or else you lose the option to toggle it on. Additionally, sprinting makes noise happen, and guards within hearing range will be alerted to your location. Here's another bit of a nitpick. I could look it up, I guess, if I was that kind of person. But I would really love to have some kind of indicator of how far around her the sprinting will alert guards. Like, what's the radius of noise? If she were to sprint, you would see a little visual ripple of cool tiles going out, radiating out, indicating visually what that area is. So the game is not shy about giving you that information. Why can't I have that information now? Why would I have to look it up in a wiki? Why, you know, I wouldn't even have to look it up in a wiki. If I was really intense about it, I could shoot a video of myself of the screen while I sprinted, and then play back the video and pause it when Clay displays the radius, when the game displays the radius, and then I would know. So just give me that information, Clay, please. You're so good about giving information in the rest of this game. If she sprinted, I could put her here. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you what sprinting is like. See that radius?
I heard something.
Somebody heard me, but that's fine, because we have to get past this guard one way or another anyway. She's going to prepare her ambush. He is going to go here? Yeah, he won't get seen by the guard before she knocks him out. Okay. Let's see what's happening. Man, look at that. Look at that.
Investigating
Those
area.
Keystone cops. They don't even know where I am. Oh. He didn't even make it here yet. Now, I could hack these cameras. And, I'll hack this one. No. Oh, this room is totally useless to me. That was, actually good to hack. Weird. Alright, where's this guy gonna go? Oh, he's coming. He's gonna come through here. See? I predicted it. Alright. I don't like some things that are happening right now, but... Okay. Knocked that guy out. One thing about additional guards that the game teleports into your space, they never have any cool stuff on them. That's a way that the game prevents you from farming guards and just collecting their stuff. Which I guess is good. Look at that, there's the exit. That's our exit elevator. In every single level, with no exceptions, you're going to want to find one of these. And we found it. Look at that. We hit everything on this level except for this safe. This safe is going to keep me up tonight, thinking about that. But, in life, some things go awry. Closing the door out of habit. And, yeah, that's the whole level. Let's get out of here. So, you move both your guys onto the elevator, and you get the F out by clicking this.
Excellent work, Operator.
Boom.
Now to sift through the data and find the juiciest targets.
Juicy. All right. There's some information. Okay. So, here is the screen where we can upgrade our agent's abilities. And, oh, here's something else I should have done. We're not going to encounter any guards with armor for at least 1 or 2 more levels. This item gives his weapons armor piercing, but we don't even need it right now. So we're going to put it in storage and free up one of his inventory slots. She has a charge pack, but Shalem's gun, he didn't even use it last mission. He still has 3 out of 3 bullets. So we're going to leave that there too, so she has an additional inventory slot. Now, look at this.
I've re-established contact
No.
with...
Skip some story. Okay, these are all the sites that we found by stealing the site list. Jason McMaster asks, do you unlock more guys and stuff in this game? Yes, you do, Jason McMaster. I have unlocked them all. Over the course of a playthrough, you can pick up additional guys by rescuing them from prison cells. Tom incorrectly says this is a roguelike. Currently, that's my favorite kind of mission in the beginning, because a mission where you can rescue guys, because I want more guys. Unfortunately, none of these missions are guy rescuing missions. These are all other kinds of missions. Fortunately, 3 of them are level 1 missions, which is good, because we are but puny. This clock here, this doesn't even matter. I mean, it does, but this ticking, if I look at this, remember what time it is, 12:18. Whoa! We just went back in time. Okay, remember what time this is, 12:11. What? This is purely cosmetic. It means nothing. Unlike in XCOM, time isn't really passing here. This is just for fun, I guess. Time does pass when you travel with your little ship to a mission. And when time runs out, the end game happens. I honestly prefer it this way. I wish one of my biggest pet peeves of XCOM is that the clock really is ticking when you're sitting there on the mission screen trying to figure out where you should go. Why? Why is that ticking? What purpose does that serve? It serves no purpose except to make me mad. I want to think about this for a couple seconds. Firaxis. It's infuriating because everything else about XCOM 2 is perfect, and I mean that. Okay. Here's what you do between missions. There's this guy. His name is Monster. He sells stuff.
I've got something you might be interested in.
Ha.
I need a quick
No.
decision. This thing's
Ventricular
hot.
Lance. I already got one of those. And I don't even need it right now. What else can you spend money on? Your attributes. What's good to spend money on? Well, speed gives you more action points. Hacking lets you get more power from consoles. That actually might be what I want to do. Strength lets you drag guys farther and carry more stuff before you're encumbered. And Anarchy lets you steal guards and gives you more loot from guards. Also, in addition to the innate bonuses that these attributes give you, they let you use better equipment. Remember when we looked at that nano fabricator and there were some items that were orange? They were orange because my attributes weren't high enough, and if they were high enough, they would not be orange. So do I want to upgrade anybody before we go to the next mission? Well, let's decide what our next mission is going to be first. Here's the missions. The Senkaku Vault.
This is a corporate treasure house. It should be stuffed with credits and valuable artifacts that
By
would
the
do
way, the only time in this game when it makes sense to listen to this lady is right now.
This is a corporate treasure house.
What is this?
This is a corporate
Is
treasure
this a
house.
corporate treasure house?
This is a corporate treasure
What kind of
house.
treasure house is this?
This is a corporate treasure house. It should be stuffed with credits and valuable artifacts that would do far more good in our coffers. The best stuff will need a blank key card, though, so temper your expectations if you don't bring one.
Now, did you hear that? Buried at the end of her voiceover is some information that you might not notice or place emphasis on if you were just skimming this text. Also, in fact, the information she gives you is information that you don't get from this. Look what this says. Vaults hold credits and art objects that can be sold. Vault access cards will open the doors to greater riches. Now, if I were just reading this for the first time, I wouldn't know what this means. What this means is you need to go find a vault access card on some other mission. Not this mission. You will not find a vault access card in this mission. Is that made clear from this sentence? No. That is not made clear. And it's barely made clear by her voiceover. Let's listen to that again.
This is a corporate treasure house. It should be stuffed with credits and valuable artifacts that would do far more good in our coffers. The best stuff will need a blank key card, though, so temper your expectations if you don't bring one.
If you don't bring one. Does she say anything else useful in this entire game? Spoiler alert, no. So why would you know to listen to her then? You wouldn't. And in fact, if you read forums for this game, you'll find a lot of noobs saying, where, how did I, why, where? Okay, let's look at this.
Server farms are used to develop new network security technologies. We may find code that we can use to improve our infiltration routines.
Server farms are just ways to get more places to have. They have things where you buy additional programs. Remember, programs are your spells. Some of them are very cool. So these are kind of nice, but you need credits to buy stuff. This is why I'm looking at these missions, because I want to know if I need to bring credits to buy stuff. Otherwise, I'll spend credits on beefing up my beef. What's this?
Looks like someone is trying to impress his boss by working through the night. Well, I can appreciate his work ethic. I'd appreciate his access codes even more. Let's schedule a meeting.
Huh? What does that even mean? Well, what that means is you will get a vault access card if you do what you're supposed to do on this mission, which you then use on... This is a corporate treasure vault.
This is a corporate treasure
Oops,
house.
I
It should
said
be
vault
stuffed
instead
with
of house.
credits and valuable artifacts that would do...
So, you want to go here before you go here. And the game could really make that more clear, in my opinion. Once you know it, then you know it, and you're fine. And there aren't really that many little weird nooks and crannies to this game like that. But that's kind of a big one. This is another corporate treasure house. This is a corporate
This
treasure
is a corporate
house.
treasure house.
This is a corporate
This
treasure
is a corporate
house.
treasure house.
This is a corporate
This
treasure
is a corporate
house.
treasure house.
This, honestly, I don't like these missions. Can we get new missions? Nope, we can't right now. We have to pick one of these missions. You'll notice when I mouse over the missions, it says the name of the city, which is flavor text, essentially, and an amount of time. The amount of time actually does have a bearing on the game. If I was min-maxing and getting in a ton of missions was super important to me, I would go only to I would go to a bunch of things that were close to me, because the time I would spend less time traveling to them and get more missions in the allotted time and get my guys more beefed up. But a competing desire is to go to the missions that are best for my needs at each time, which is kind of a cool balance that they've struck. I don't want to go to the corporate treasure house because I don't have the key card. I could go to the Senkaku server farm, which Brian Fountain informs me is Japanese for triangle. Thank you. Or I could go here and get a vault key. Oh, I think I want to go here. The reason is it only takes 10 hours to get there instead of 12, which is a small but not insignificant nice thing. And I know what programs are out there that are really cool, and I want them. So I'm not going to spend money on upgrades, because I want my money for the cool programs. Okay. Yep. Here we go. So, on most previous times that I've played this game on Expert Plus, which is what we're doing tonight, I have lost on the second mission, if not the first. So, this may be where I die, but we're going to give it a go.
Server farms are
Server
used to develop
farms.
new networks.
Ready for transport.
Boy. Oh, there was another thing I didn't even tell you about, which was some of those missions have a little 1 next to them, and some of them had a 2. Well, I think one of them had a 2. The rest were 1s. Those are indications of how difficult they're going to be. The game doesn't really tell you that either. It's easy to learn, but... Okay, access the server farm, which is just a big, fat menu of hot programs, and get out alive. Oh, they have some little dialogue here, which you can ignore. And once again, this is another minor nitpick. I never want the walls up. Keep them down. Thank you. Alright, here she is. 2 doors. Console, which I can hack. Shalem. We'll go this way.
There's the
Oh!
server terminal. We should be able to contact the black market software dealer through it.
Ha!
Oh no, it's her. Keep your wits about you.
Yeah, who knows what that's even about. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's our objective right there. This room is a dead end, so she's going to have to... This is nice. This is nice for several reasons. She can come down and be with him, because there's nowhere else for her to go, and we can hack that. Okay, there's a guard down there. She's going to remotely hack that console. Come back out. She'll go around there. Oh, this is lovely. The exit is probably way the hell, like down here or something, but for now, this could not be better. Okay, what is this going to do? Hack console database. Oh, that'll show me where all the consoles are, which might be useful. not going to do it yet. I can always do that later if I really want to. Do I kill this guy now? It's a question I've often asked myself. He's going to go that way. I won't kill. Ooh, 2 consoles. Should have closed that door, Tone Bone. Alright. Great. This is really lovely right now. What's happening? Look at all the power. Okay, as soon as I hack this, things will happen as previously. So I do want to make sure I'm ready for those things. Let's hide her over here. And... oh... Brian Fountain asks if I was raised on a server farm since I didn't close the door. So, yeah, I was actually. I'm a little offended. Okay. We're gonna do this. What can I buy? Look at this and listen to this cool club music. I'm gonna turn the audio down a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. Okay. Ugh, you know what? I'm turning it off for now. I can still hear it though. I'm taking my headphones off. Alright. Look at all these things. There's this, which lets you gain 5 power at the start of the turn if you have less than 3. It's not that useful. Rapier breaks 1 firewall at the cost of 1 power, and the power cost increases by 1 each alarm level. That breaks 1 firewall on all detected devices. It's not bad. This is okay. Parasite, just you use it on a firewall, and then it gradually chips away at the firewall. Oh, and it costs 0 to start off. +1. That's actually not terrible. This increases the agency's starting power by 4 points, which is not terrible. That lets you gain 5 power and adds 1 to all firewalls. This is terrible. This is bad. No. Burst, gain 3 power. Agents get +3 action points. Agents lose 3 action points while on cooldown. So I think that means they lose 3 from what they started with, not 3 from their newly increased action points. Gain 3 power. Actions get +AP. That's not bad, actually. Fool. Reboots a device, boosts demons. We haven't even seen demons yet, and we will if we live that long. This is cheap, too, 100 credits. Reboot a device, spawn a... No. No wonder it's 100 credits. This is not a great list. My favorite program is called Tag, and it's not here. But we're not leaving here empty-handed. We're going to buy something. Oh, but what? Oh. This isn't bad. I think we might go with Parasite. What if we also take Abacus? I think at a certain point you can get more incognita slots. I don't really remember that. Maybe we should just take one of these, because I'm not really in love with these at all. Fool, Wildfire, Abacus. Okay, we're going to go with Parasite. I think Parasite is our best bet. Yeah. And that's all we're going to buy for now. I think. That's not good. hate this. This actually is not terrible. You know what? We're gonna die soon anyway. Let's buy it. Oh, we got some demons. Oh, 3 of them. Let me...
Coming online. Watch out for new daemons.
New daemons. For instance,
Is that
Cat
a
Daemon.
person pretending to be a cat or a cat pretending to be a person? It's weird either way.
I don't know. Alright, so daemons, as the game pronounces them. You see this? See this weird little thing zooming around? What this means is when we hack this, if we do, a bad thing will happen. It could be not that bad, it could be really bad. We don't know what it is yet. Also, this is an Obaki drone. It's a robot. Or as some people say, robot. And right now, it's not nice, but we can hack it and control it if we so desire. Alright, now we just have to find the exit and GTFO. I have a feeling that will be easier said than done. Gotcha. Robot! Oh my god, 2 robots! Ah! Alright, let's take his stuff. And I really want to hack that robot, but something bad will happen if I hack the robot. I don't know what that bad thing will be. 2 safes, both alike in dignity, in Fair Verona, where we lay our scene. Ugh. Look, it's like a robot party. I don't like it. There's a robot here, and there's a robot here. Now, I can shoot the robot, and it will not raise the alarm level. I can hack the robot, and then I can control it. I can hack the robot and use the robot to shoot another robot, which sounds like a great idea. Yes, look at this. Look how cool this is going to be. I'm going to hack this robot. Oh, now I have my own robot. But I only have him for 1 turn. That's what this 1 alternating with a brain means, obviously. So I have my very own robot. This robot is not on my side. If I were to hack him, a demon or a daemon would spawn. I don't want that to happen. So I'll just shoot the robot. Suck it! Okay. And now... Oh, look at me controlling a robot. The robot can open doors and saunter on through them, and nobody even cares that a camera fully saw that robot, because the robot doesn't visually have any indication that I just hacked it. It can close doors and nobody cares. I totally know now that I don't have to go into this room because there's nothing in there except a stupid camera. Actually, I want to leave the robot in that room, probably. Okay, what am I going to do here? Let me bring him down here. Oh, also, when robots die, as the Prince song goes, they leave behind some power. 2 power, in this case. I do want to hack this. It is a vending machine. We'll see what it has. Some stuff. This is an augment. He gains 6 AP after he knocks somebody out with a melee attack. That's very useful. Maybe not for him, because he's not going to be a real melee guy. But it could be useful for someone else. Thermal Disruptor has armor piercing, which we probably won't even get to needing. I kind of want to get this. And I think I will. He's not going to install it on himself. He will carry it around in his one remaining inventory slot. See, I have the option to install Augment, but he will merely put it in his inventory. Now, this robot will shut down next turn and go through a reboot process, at which point it will once again become bad. So, ooh. I think there's nothing in here. This is knowledge that you get from playing this game, and honestly, I think it's a design flaw that I can know this, but I think there's nothing down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him here, and I'm going to send the robot down this way, and eventually I'll hack the robot again just to peek around the corner and make 100% sure there's nothing there. There's definitely nothing there. And this way I won't have to do it with one of my main characters, but I'll just prove to myself so I can sleep soundly tonight, knowing that I didn't give up something valuable. Alright. So far, this level's going great.
Alarm level 1. Additional cameras.
Okay, robot's rebooting.
Surveillance level
I know that there's nobody around here, so he can fully sprint. Nobody will hear me sprint. In the Sankaku server farm, nobody can hear you sprint. Okay, look at these two safes. Two fat safes. Love a fat safe. Oh, delicious. This camera's about to come on. Not now. Hacked that shit. Okay, she'll go over here. She will prepare to ambush. He will... Door's closed, right? Yep. He will... Oh yeah, doors are yellow if they're closed and green if they're open on the tactical view, or whatever this is called. Okay, so far this level is pretty linear, which is nice. It means I don't have to split up the party. Good. And we're good. What happened indeed. That guard just woke up. We're out of power, folks. And the only way to get more power is to hack a console or get the security level to level 2 when I get a drip of 2 power every turn. But look at these consoles, ripe for the taking. I'm going to pass up this safe. I'm going to pass up that safe. I'm going to skip it. Skip it. Because skipping a safe worked for me last time. And that one has a demon. I don't like this big open area. Guards could come in here. I don't like it at all. She's gonna get what's in there. 20 credits. He's gonna go here, close the door. He'll go... Oh, he could have sprinted again, but whatever. He'll go there, close the door, and he'll go there. You'll notice that these guys have little stealthy positions when they're behind things, and they crouch and they get black and white. That doesn't mean that he's invisible, it just means that he's hiding behind this. But it's still not 100% clear to me why he even needs that little thing, why he even needs this animation. If somebody came in this door, they would see him. If somebody came in this door, they wouldn't see him. But that's obvious to me whether or not he's in this position, because he's behind this object. You can, when you mouse over it, you can see a little eyeball icon, which means eyeballs cannot penetrate physical objects, which is something I learned long ago. So I don't know why they even have this little thing, because he can be seen if people are in the right place to see him. Okay. Alright, the robot is awake, and... oh, I don't know where it is. I have to see it before I can hack it. Well, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm going to assume that I was correct, that there's nothing of import down there. I'm inching her down to these consoles so she can hack them. I don't want her to walk one space too close and waste her movement. Okay. Great. Let's go up here. Look through there. Okay. He has a card key, and he's going to use it on this door. First ever. Once you unlock a door, it's unlocked for the rest of the game. He will get his ambush ready. She will get her ambush ready. This is going so smoothly. Okay. She will open that. Okay. There's a camera down there. I will hack it. This is a thing which will activate a security demon. We don't like security demons, so we won't walk through it. Well, that's a bad place to be. She's right in the middle of everything. Well, we'll see if I have to use my rewind. Yeah, I'll send him in here. Oh, there's a safe right there, too. Ugh. I really bungled this. Okay, he'll go down here. Yeah, he will unlock this. We'll look. You can't look through it because I'm out of action points. Excuse me. Okay. Do I want what's in that safe? It's awfully expensive. That'll cost every bit of power that I have. Oh yeah, I have these things too, though. Should have used that. I will use this. At the beginning of each turn? Start of each turn. God damn it. Well, I'm not going to use it yet. I don't know. Yeah, I will use it. Why not use it? It costs 0 power. Ooh, look at that little animation. I've never used that before. Alright, look through there. Oh my gosh. Gank that. Close the door. Alright. Okay, there's the exit. Wow! This level went smoothly. Alright. Wow, this is truly nuts. Okay, the security level is about to be 2, which means every firewall is about to increase by 1. So I want to hack everything that I want to hack now, so I don't have to hack it in the future when it's more expensive to do so. But honestly, there's nothing... Yeah, I've already got my little parasite working on that safe. There's nothing I need to hack right now. Should he go in here? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I do want to hack this camera. Oh, shit. Put the wrong thing on it! There we go. Okay, there's a safe in there. Wonder where that guard's gonna go. Okay, this is fine. I'm gonna send Shalem in here. He will bust into this safe, and then I'll put him in ambush mode. So if the guard comes in here, the guard will be ambushed. Meanwhile, this is another place where I can buy programs, and it might just have my favorite program tag on it. And I have enough money that I'll be able to buy it, if it does have it. That's a delight. Oh boy. Yeah, suck it. Alright, every firewall is increased by 1. Oh, I should have... yeah. Since I knew I was going in there already to get this secondary server terminal, I should have hacked it already, but I don't even think it's going to be a problem. Because, look, I got more power coming to me from this console. Okay. Let me steal this guy's stuff. Ooh! A free charge pack. I'm going to have 2 charge packs. Don't need a pass card. In fact, I should drop the one I have, so I'm not encumbered. Ooh, this is amazing. This is amazing. And you were here to witness it, ladies and gentlemen. Do I hack this now or later? I'm going to hack it on the next turn? I'm going to wait till next turn to hack this, because it will spawn a demon, which is going to be bad. And if I hack it next turn, my guys will have their full movement points to do whatever I want them to do. You can drag security guards around. That's another thing you can do, by the way. Alright. Is this really... Am I good right now? She's gonna... What is this? What? Right. That makes sense. Okay. Is this really okay? I can't believe how smoothly this is going. Should I hack it now? I'm gonna hack it now. I'm gonna hack it now because she has... Oh, no, she only has 2 movement left. No, I'm not gonna hack it now. End the turn. Okay, yeah, he's looking around up there. Really weren't many guards on this level. Okay. Here's where I hack, and I know that she can sprint because there's nobody within earshot. Hack. Dat. Guards have +1 armor. Interesting. Well, now I wouldn't be able to incapacitate any guards because I have no armor piercing with me. Fortunately, groove to the music. Gain 6 power, -1 power per turn on cooldown. Alright, neither of these are tag, and I only have 1 space left. Can I get rid of... I don't know if you can get rid of those. I don't think you can. I think you do get the ability to add a couple extra slots, but I don't think you can get rid of anything. And I need to save myself for tag. Sarah Palin's son, tag. Look at this one in a yellow shield. Shields symbolize armor. Why does he have armor now? Because of this daemon. Okay, so here's my plan. Run her up to get what's in this safe. My parasite is working on it. It'll be hacked by the time she gets there. And avoid this guard. Keep this guard pinned. I don't need to do anything with Shalem because he's 2 steps from the exit. And then get out. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting something. I will use Shalem. So, okay, here's another thing. Why can I observe this guard? He's so far away. It's because I have a camera under my control that can see him. And when you have a camera under your control, any of your guys can observe, because any of your guys can access the camera. Brian Haskell says, can't you sell your programs at the same console you buy them? Good question. Yes. In fact, you can. Thank you, Brian. With that additional knowledge, I should buy something. So I can always sell it if I encounter Sarah Palin's son, Tag. Root could be useful, I guess. But if I save my cash, I could upgrade my dudes. I don't really see myself using Root. So I'm going to save my cash, but I do appreciate the note. Oh yeah, first let me look at this guard with Shalem. I'm looking at him with Shalem because I'm not really doing much with Shalem this turn, so I don't care if he spends an action point on observing the guard. And look where the guard's going. He's going over here, which I don't care about. And I'll send her over there. And I will end my turn. This is the easiest second mission I've ever experienced on Expert Plus. And, okay, can she run again? No, that guy could hear her. Let me observe that guard again with... Oh, I have no cameras on him. Right, so I can't observe him. Okay. This needs to be hacked one more time, so I'll just go ahead and do that. She will now steal from the safe. And if I wanted, I could put her through this thing. What does it do? It activates a demon. So her two exit paths are through this door, around through that door. Excuse me. I'm just burping up a storm. I'm very attractive. And then she would get through this door and to the exit. The guard being red means the last place you saw him, not where he actually is now, right, says Brian Haskell. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. And I think they try to convey that with his little in-motion stance. So yeah, he might not actually be there. But I know that he's heading over here. So he's either here, you know, he's around there. I don't think he'll see her if she goes through there, but honestly, I would rather deal with a demon than a guard. And if I activate her sprint move, she might be able to... What is her... Let's see. 2... So she'll start with, I think, 8 action points, or 7? Is it 8 or 7? Brian Fountain says when the guard is blue, it means he's depressed. He should be depressed. I'm eating his lunch. So she has 8 action points. So if she sprints, I think she'll have 11. So she could go... That would take 2. So, okay, 1... 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, she could get through the door with a sprint. So she'll wait there, and then she'll be able to sprint through here, unless the demon lowers everybody's action points, which is a possibility. And then next turn, we'll get out of here. This went really well.
Investigating area.
Alright, watch this. I'm going to activate a demon. Turn on sprint. And run. Oh!
Make the best of this situation, operator. We don't get many lucky
Sometimes
breaks.
demons are good. Agent's AP increased by algorithm. This is an embarrassment of riches. Wow. Alright. Really? It's this easy? I think I'm going to credit you guys with how smoothly this is going. Because it's never gone this smoothly. Ever. This is crazy. Let's get out of here. I feel like I must be forgetting something. But no. I'm not. Alright, here we go.
Nice work. The more tools we have at our disposal, the better.
The better. Okay. This little mission report, by the way, tells you if you got all the safes. I did ignore one safe that had a demon on it. I think. Is that... Did I do that? I think I did skip a safe that had a demon on it. That's okay. Cool. Cleanup cost. Yes, so I killed a robot, and there was a $50 cleanup cost. Not very realistic, if you ask me. Okay, so that's Invisible Ink. There's some story here. Now you've seen Invisible Ink. You've seen the first 2 missions on Expert Plus difficulty. I didn't even need to use a rewind on the second mission, which is crazy. These missions are kind of annoying. I wish I could rescue another guy for my next mission, but I can't. I'm done for the night. That's all I'm going to do. But you know what? I'm going to say tentatively, I'll be back next Tuesday at the same time. That's 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, here on the same channel that you're on right now. And I'll pick up where we left off. I will shelve this game for now. I will not play anymore. And you can follow me into the next phase of the game, which I imagine will be pretty short because I've never gotten past the 3rd mission on this level of difficulty. Thanks, guys. You've been great. This was really fun, and I will see you again soon. Have a great night.